What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We're here with this GMC Suburban. We're going to be doing front diff, transfer case, rear diff. We're going to change all the fluids to some good AMSOIL fluid. I'm going to show you step by step how to open everything, how to clean everything, how to put it back together. I'm going to tell you what tools to use. So if you could, like, share, subscribe, put a comment below, help me out with this algorithm, and let's get into it. Step one, jack up the vehicle so you can get underneath. Here's the front differential. It's right under the engine. You're going to use a 13mm to remove the drain plug. You're going to obviously drain that into a bucket. And then you're going to use a 15mm to open the fill plug. For the front differential, we're using AMSOIL Severe Gear 7590. And I'm using these little baggies because it makes filling it super easy. You can put an O-ring, a metal gasket, sealer on the back half of the threads, up to you. Get the drain plug installed. Now we're going to fill this with the Severe Gear 7590. The front diff takes a little less than 2 quarts. So once it's coming out, you just let it finish where it's just barely dripping. Once it's done dripping, we're going to do the same thing we did to this plug. Either a gasket, metal gasket, or goop on the threads, and then put the plug in. Before you put the plug in, clean it up. You put the plug in, and now the front diff is complete. I would wait, if you use RTV, wait for it to cure before you brake clean all this stuff off. And the transfer case here has a drain plug and a fill plug. They're both 18mm. So you're going to remove both of those, drain it into your bucket. Clean off the plug. We're going to rub a dab of RTV into the threads. And then we're going to wipe this dry, screw in the fill plug. So we're ready to fill it up using the fill plug. The transfer case takes AMSOIL red ATF. There's a red ATF and there's a blue ATF. Transfer case takes the red ATF. Use a fluid pump and you're going to pump it in to the transfer case until the fluid starts coming out. Make sure your vehicle is flat and level before you start to do this. Once it starts coming out, go ahead and let it finish dripping. And then we will clean and put the fill plug back in. We're here at the rear differential cover. You're going to use a 13mm. You're going to remove all the bolts except for this top one. You're going to leave halfway in, and then you're going to drain all of this into your drain bucket. Once you break the cover loose, you're going to let it drain in here. You keep the top bolt in so that you can drain it and not make a huge mess with it splashing out or whatever. Once it's done dripping for the most part, I'm going to remove this bolt, take the cover off, and clean it. Use a wire wheel, clean up this entire flange, use brake cleaner, make sure it's nice and dry. And at this point, we take out the soak-up rag, so it's nice and dry in there and clean. It's time now to reseal it. Get a wire wheel, get brake cleaner, and clean up the diff cover, front and back, or inside and outside. Use a wire wheel, clean off the bolts, get all the RTV and stuff off, and then spray them with some brake cleaner to get all the oil off. And then these are ready for installation. I'm going to use RTV. I'm going to put it on this flat edge here. Decently thick, not insane. Don't put like a 1/4 bead, but like, you know, make it a 1/16 of an inch or so. Go all the way around, and then we'll put this back onto the vehicle. Got the RTV spread everywhere. Remember, don't go too thick. Now I'm gonna put this on, put all the bolts in, hand tight, and then I'm just gonna sort of hand snug them with like 3 fingers. Then let it dry, and then torque it after. I put all these in snug, like I didn't go super tight, it's just snug, so it smushes out. You should have smush out pretty much all the way around, or you didn't put enough, and that's going to cause you heartache. So I'm going to let this dry for a few hours, then I'm going to come back, torque them all. The fill plug is right here on the passenger side. This one is a square head. Most of the time it just uses the center of a 3/8 ratchet, like an extension. It has an innie, not an outie, so it's fine. We're just gonna grab a tool, remove the plug, and this is where we're gonna fill it. The rear differential gets 75/90 as well, just like the front, and we're just gonna pour it in till it starts dripping out of the fill plug. For this, you want the chuck to be on the floor so that the pinion is at the correct angle. That way you don't overfill it or underfill it. After it's done dripping, I'm just put a little bit of RTV on the threads just in case there's some imperfections. It fills in the gap. Tighten it up, let it dry. Hopefully this video helped you guys save some money. You should be showing all your sons and daughters how to do this so that they actually have some skills. So like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Wrench on.